election day. So I know you're watching this after this, but hopefully you voted. I got up early this morning and went to go vote. I got there at like 6:45 and I just got home and it's 7:56. So it took me like about an hour, maybe 45 minutes of wait time when you subtract my drive and my voting. So yeah, my political views shouldn't matter to you. Yours don't matter to me. I think it's just important that if you are an American, you exercise your rights because not everybody in the world gets those. So that's all I'm going to say about that because obviously when you're watching this, like I said, it's after the fact. But anyway, so today my first class is usually at 8:30. It's what the class that I've had all semester is usually at 8:30. But we're basically done with that class aside from one thing that we have to do. It's mergers and acquisitions, so we have to do a negotiation, and mine is not until next week, so I'm just chilling. It worked out perfectly for today's circumstances. So right now, like I said, it's almost 8. I don't have class until 10, so I'm going to spend this next hour and a half or so just working on homework to get ahead for the week. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a day in the life of a law student because I'm obviously not going to be in law school that much longer. I'm graduating in like 6 weeks. I cannot wait. And I have had requests for more like law school videos. I don't really know what to show you, but I figured I would just kind of show you how I manage my time. And obviously I'm not gonna like take you to school and take you in class with me or whatever because that'd be weird. But I just figured I would kind of give you the timeline of my day and how I handle my schedule. Tuesdays are actually my long days, so I'm going to go to my 10 o'clock class. I'm gonna bring lunch with me, and then I have a 12:40 to 2:30 class, which is actually my bar prep class. So we have an exam there today, and then I'll come home and talk to you then. But basically the plan is I'll come home and then I'll eat my pre-workout meal, go to the gym, come back home, and then work on stuff for the rest of the night. Not every day is like this. I'm usually done with class by 11:15 every day, but Tuesdays are my one day. So yeah, if you're down for the get down, stay tuned. I was gonna make most of this video just like edited with music, but I figured then it might not make sense. So I'm including this clip now, and I kind of like talking to you guys anyway, so I guess I'll probably include more talking clips. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to get to work now. I didn't make my coffee until just now, so I'm still a little tired, but we're gonna be productive, we're gonna get stuff done, and I figured I would show you this mug because if you don't keep up with me on Instagram, you haven't seen it, but it says "Too glam to give a damn." I made it at a ceramic shop. So yeah, that is how we are kicking off today. Priority is schoolwork. All right, let's go. Okay, so I figured maybe I would explain what I'm doing. So basically, law school is just a lot of reading. Like literally, it has destroyed my eyeballs. I used to have perfect vision and now I don't. I also know people in law school who their prescriptions for their glasses have gotten worse. So just prepare for that if you're going to law school because you do a lot of reading and it's an eye strain. But basically, our reading assignments are just a lot of cases, especially your first year. And then as you go along, it kind of isn't so case heavy, but right now I'm reading cases, and so what you do when you read a case, and it gets easier over time. When you first start, it's very hard and confusing, and you have no idea what's going on. But you kind of develop a routine, and basically the point of reading case law is to pull out the rules, so you can apply those to the test, which are going to be like new facts. So when you read a case, you should brief it, and by that I mean you should be, kind of laying out like what happened, like what was the story, what happened in the lower court, like what did this court say, were there any dissenting judges, so judges that disagreed with the majority opinion, and things like that. So I kind of have just gotten into a routine over the last two years where I always write down the facts. I write down what the lower courts did because if a case is in a casebook, it's usually on appeal, okay? What the issue is, what the rule is, and then what the holding is. So the rule is like something that can be applied to future cases. The holding is what they found in this case, so like which party won, basically. So I guess I'll just show you. So right now I'm reading for federal jurisdiction. So as you can see, this case is Mitchum v. Foster. I've got the facts laid out there, and then when it says below, that means what the courts below did. I have the issue, the rule, and the holding, which I just put held. So yeah, I'm not going to get into the details of that because obviously this is probably kind of boring to someone who's not in law school and has no idea what all this means. But I just figured I would give you a little glimpse because, like I said, I'm not going to be doing this for very much longer, and I have had requests. So if you want me to talk more about like what I literally spend all my time doing on homework, I would love to talk about it. But otherwise, I'm not going to bore you with these details because you don't care, right? Like, so yeah, that's what I spend the majority of my time doing, is briefing cases. Cases on cases on cases. All right, probably, I would say, so I have classes twice a week. Like, I have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but it's like 2 and 2, right? And I would say for each class, I probably have, on average, 5 cases. And sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. You never know what you're gonna get. 1L year, your first year, it's pretty terrible. All the cases are long, you have a lot of them, and they're just throwing shit at you to make you, you know, figure out how law school is going to work. And obviously, like I said, it gets easier over time, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm literally still trying to wake up. I'm like halfway through this coffee. It's 8:26. That's how long it takes to read a case and brief it. Like, this case was, I think, like 6 pages, and not everybody like does this as a 3L. Like, you can totally just book brief, like just write in the margins in your book. I just am a very thorough person, and I like to have everything lined out for myself, so I always invest the extra time in doing the work throughout the semester, so at the end I don't have to cram, because I already have all the cases lined out for me, you know what I mean? So that's just my work ethic personally. I know a lot of people, once you get to your 3rd year, you're kind of like, I got senioritis, I don't care. And trust me, I'm so checked out, and I still have like 5 weeks, but I just don't allow myself to slack off, if that makes sense. So, yep, there's my little explanation for today. I'm going to keep plugging along now, and I'll show you the lunch that I will be bringing with me for my midday break today. Alright, so I got maybe like 5, 6 cases read, so I only have like 4 left to do tonight for class tomorrow, so I feel super ahead. I'm feeling good. I'm still trying to wake up, so that's why I'm bringing that bang energy for this afternoon. So like I said, I have my 10 o'clock, and then I'll have a little bit of a break where I'll eat lunch, and then I have an exam in my afternoon class. So I'm going to get ready to go to school now, and I will catch you on the flip side. Okay, so back home now from class. It is 2:35. Finished my evidence exam a little early. I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but it was for bar prep class, so basically that's covering everything that we've learned in law school. So I've already taken evidence. I killed it. I got an A in that class. Fun fact, I was on the mock trial team, so I feel like I know my evidence shit. But that doesn't mean it's not tricky, and that doesn't mean I got 100%. Probably not even close by any means, but as you can tell, I have my pre-workout tacos. I make these every single day. Pro tip, spread a Laughing Cow cheese wedge on your tortillas, which I just get the little street tacos. Game changer. So good. So I'm gonna eat these. I like to get to the gym as quick as possible on Tuesdays because I don't get there till a little bit later and it starts to pick up toward the end of my workout, and I don't like being around all the people. So I'm gonna bring you in the car and talk to you in there if I feel so compelled. So I will catch you on the flip side. Well, I was going to talk to you guys in the car,
but it just got dark. This time change is bullshit. Like, it's literally 5:14 and it's so dark. So I'm gonna record this clip, and if you're watching it, then I color corrected it. Otherwise, we're literally just not gonna have this in the video. But I just finished up my push day, so that's chest, shoulders, and triceps, and then I did 30 minutes of cardio. If you watch my Instagram stories, then you know I do little post-workout talks, more so on there, so if you want to check out those endorphin highs, go follow my Instagram. But yeah, I just figured I would tell you a little story that happened on the way to the gym today, because I cannot just keep this video to the title that I needed it to be. Like, I just wanted to do a frickin' day in the life of a law student, and here we are with, like, literally a vlog. So, I'm driving to the gym, which requires me to merge onto a highway. And hopefully you can hear me. It's raining outside. It's, like, real loud and dark and kind of scary. But we're gonna be okay. So I'm merging onto the highway, and it's like 2 lanes that merge into one and then merge onto the highway, and like it's just really not a good time right there. And I will admit, like, sometimes I'm a little aggressive of a driver, but like I never push it to like dangerous times. And I know like when I'm being an asshole, like I know where the line is. And today there were so many cars that I was like, okay, cool, like I'll just merge wherever I like fit in. Like, I'm not gonna be aggressive, like I'll wait for other people to go in front of me or whatever. And so I do that. Like, I literally was not being an asshole today. And this fucking flex, like those cars that just look like big fucking containers, gets like super pissed at me, and like he's driving on the shoulder, like as I'm merging, and he like didn't want to get behind me, and I was like, bro, I'm going. So he gets like so close behind me and like merges behind me, stays on my ass, like totally would have hit me if I like even tapped the brakes. And I'm like, oh my god, whatever, like just, I'm not even gonna fight with this person, like I'm just gonna let it go. We get on the highway, and this person, I don't know if it was a man or a woman, and let me say, like, it takes a lot for me to feel threatened or like scared, because I have no problem standing up for myself and like being my own advocate. Like, that's not an issue. But I was legitimately scared because they stayed with me. Like, once we got on the highway, they got next to me, and if I would speed up, they would speed up, and if I would slow down, they would slow down. And they were like including other people in it, and I was like, yo, this is so scary. And like, one of my most irrational fears is getting shot, okay? And so I always think, like, if I pass somebody on the highway, that they're gonna be so mad that they're gonna shoot me. And I was like, what if this person has a gun? Like, I was so scared. So then, like, we both went around this semi on like opposite sides of the semi, and I was like, okay, hopefully like they'll just go away now, because like we're in the midst of other cars, whatever. And they seriously kept tracking me, like, once we got past the semi, and I was legitimately scared, because like I'm alone, like I don't know where, like, what to do. And so for a period of time, like literally from that point on until I got to the gym, which was a solid like 15-20 minutes, I was so scared. I was like, when I go in the gym, I feel like I should tell someone, and I need them to like guard the door. And I didn't feel safe until I was in the gym and like around everybody, because I felt like I needed help, like I needed somebody to have my back. So that was a little scary and also a little ridiculous. I don't really do road rage. Like, I don't ever flip people off. I don't ever, like I said, sometimes I'm aggressive, but I'm never to that point. And the most that I will do is, like, if somebody like gets mad at me or like flips me off, I will just like blow them a kiss, or I'll like wave at them, because like that's just funny to me. It just makes them even more mad. So like, they got on my ass and I like waved in my rearview mirror, and maybe that's like what set them off. But like, yo, chill, okay? So I just tried to, after I like got over it, once I was like working out, I had my good playlist on, I had my endorphins, I was fine. But I was legitimately scared for a little bit, and I was like, I don't know what's about to happen. Like, today, this is how it ends. And I was just like, where is my squad? I was like, I need a fucking SWAT team with me right now. But yeah, that's my story for friggin' today, November 6th. I almost got shot on the way to the gym. Okay, not really, but if you've been in a situation like that, then you know. You see stories on the news all the time that are like, road rage turned deadly. And I'm like, yo, fuck that. I don't know. no, I did not fucks with that. So, yeah. I feel like I should probably stop this clip now because it's been like 5.5 minutes. My drive home is like at least 30 minutes. If there's no traffic, it's usually like 25. But with traffic, it's probably closer to like 35 or 40, and it's like rush hour right now. But like I said, Tuesdays are my long days, so like it's just something that I have to deal with, but that's why I manage my time throughout my day as best I can, because obviously like after I lift, I'm tired. I just want to shower and kind of relax for the night, but I have a little bit of reading left to do, like I told you guys earlier, so that's gonna be my plan when I get home. Oh, and then one other thing that I was going to explain is kind of like, I guess I can just tell you now because it doesn't matter where I tell you, but the way that I like prepare for class, do class, and then like post class, because like when you're in college or like in school or like starting graduate school, whatever, like nobody tells you like what exactly to do, right? They're just like, hey, like you don't even get a school supply list, right? Like you're just like, I guess I need some fucking pens and some notebooks. So the way that I do law school, and like this can be applied to any class, is I will read for class, which law school, that's like very much required because they use the Socratic method, which means like professors will cold call you. So if you haven't done your reading and you're not prepared, like they can dock your grade and then like you just look stupid in front of everyone. So, that's the deal with that. So you read for class, and the way that I do that is when I read, I will highlight in the book like things that I think are important, such as the things I showed you earlier, like the facts, the issue, the rule, the holding, and if there's any dissents and what the lower courts did. Then after I read the case, I type it up into my brief, like I just type the things that I highlighted, and if it's not a case, then like same thing, even if it's just like notes in the book, I will type up what I highlighted. And then when I go to class, if it's a class that we can't have computers, I will print out my notes, that way I have them ready to go for class. And then in class, this is the most important part, I take handwritten notes. I know it sounds shitty and like so anti-millennial, but there are studies showing that if you handwrite notes as opposed to typing them, you retain the information better. And that is because as you are taking handwritten notes, you're thinking about what you're writing and you're filtering what you're hearing, right? Because you're not writing down every single thing. Whereas if you are typing your notes, you're literally just transcribing what the professor is saying, and it's going in one ear and like into your computer, and you're not processing it, you're not thinking about it, because you're not filtering it, right? You're typing every single thing, and like that's just useless. And then when you go to study, your notes are either A, all over the place, or B, like way too much content, you know what I mean? So I always do handwritten notes, even if it's a class that we can have computers in. And then after class, like same day, it could be like right after class, it could be like that night if it's like today where I'm busy all day, I type my handwritten notes, and then I will just like 3-hole punch them and put them in a binder. So that way I've read it and absorbed it myself. I've gone to class where the professor has clarified it, and I have written down everything in an easier way to understand, and then I type it after for like a third time, like a third repetition, to solidify that in my brain and like commit it to long-term memory. Obviously not everything's going to stick, but that's honestly what I have found works best for me. And literally in my notes, I'll just put like November 6th, 2018 prep notes, and then I'll put like the page numbers, and obviously I have like a different document for each class. And then after I handwrite my notes, I will literally put November 6th, 2018 class notes, and I will type up everything. And if there's like weird diagrams or things that like are not easily typable, able to be typed, that's fine, because I still have my handwritten notes 3-hole punch in a binder, and if I need to refer back to a diagram, I have it. So that's just what I have found works best for me. Now, I think that's all I'm going to say on that. Like I said, I don't really know what you guys want out of these law school videos, but obviously I'm like, I'll chat about anything. But this clip is getting long, and I'm driving, and it's dark and raining, so hopefully I color corrected this and put it in the video. But yeah, I'm going to cut it now, so I'll show you kind of what I have left to do when I get home, and then just kind of talk about what my plan is for the evening, and we will go from there.
Okay, so like I mentioned on the way home, I just have a little bit of reading left to do tonight. It is 6:24. I have 4 cases left, so that's not going to take me very long. These cases are pretty short for this class, so that's a plus. I've also been scheduling phone calls with potential clients, so I kind of have my planner laid out in front of me, and I'm trying to fit them into my week wherever I can, so that is exciting. The team is growing. If you are interested in coaching, I'm going to send you to my website. I'll have the link below. You just fill out a contact form. Doesn't commit you to anything, just kind of gives me a better feel for like where you are, where you've been, and then I like to hop on a phone call so we can kind of discuss our options. So yeah, like I said, the link for that will be below, but I'm super excited. I love writing up new plans. I've gotten a few new clients these last couple weeks, and it's exciting. So yeah, I think literally like that's all I do for the rest of the night. I'm going to finish my homework, and then I'm gonna shower obviously because I worked out. And then I really like to try and watch at least one episode of Scandal every night. I will say my first 2 years of law school, there was no Netflix, there was no TV, there was none of that, okay? It's taken me a long time to get here. So I'm enjoying it while I can. I've been binge watching Scandal for like the last couple months, and I'm in the last season now. So as soon as that's over, I have like other shows on my list. Sometimes I have a hard time just watching shows because I feel kind of worthless, but at night, like that's just how I like to wind down. So we're keeping it real here. That's the life of a law student in their 3rd year / final semester, because I'm graduating early. So I started in summer of 2016. Like I literally graduated undergrad on a Sunday, and I went to law school and started on a Monday. Okay, so I'm graduating in 2.5 years. Law school usually takes 3. I'm ready to peace out and be done. So yep, I'm on the downhill slope now. Got about 5-6 weeks left, and I'm pumped. So I'm actually going to show you guys how I make my turmeric latte, because I make one of those every single night, and it's supposed to be good for your skin, and I feel like it has helped my skin. So I'll show you that, but that's how I wrap up my night every single night, and then I whiten my teeth, but I'm not going to show you that just because, like, whatever. If you want to see it, ask, and I will. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. So this is going to be the last clip that you see of me talking, because by the time I get to that turmeric latte, my face is not going to look like this, all right? And nobody needs to see that, okay? So per usual, if you watched until now, I am taking all my good vibes. I'm sending them your way. If you could give the video a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave, that would be dope, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!